Chairman, distinguished guests, Principal Sir, worthy members of staff and dear friends. At the very onset, I wish you all a very happy Republic Day. It's an honor for me to get this opportunity to share my views about the great nation called India. 26 January turned into a red letter day as India adopted its own constitution and also to commemorate the Poon Swaraj Declaration of Independence in 1930. With its adoption, the Union of India officially became the modern and contemporary Republic of India. The Constitution declares India to be sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, assuring its citizens justice, liberty and equality, and endeavors to promote freedom among them. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is widely regarded as the father of Indian Constitution. It is the longest written constitution of any sovereign nation, having 448 articles in 12 schedules and 118 amendments. Today, we are celebrating our 64th Republic Day. It has been a long journey for our country with many achievements as well as many hurdles. 6 decades is not a long time in the life of a country, much less a civilization such as India. With every year, we are marching ahead on the road of progress, facing every challenge that comes on our way. 2012 also witnessed many new milestones in its glorious journey. To mention few of them, on January 13, 2013, India reached a historical milestone, a 2 years period without any case of polio in the country. India surged back from its dip in growth caused by global economic slowdown, and its economic growth reached to a mark of 8.2%. The resurgence is a testimony to the strength of India's evolving economy. Moreover, India has strengthened its defense system with many new safety inclusions. Apart from achievements at home, India is also emerging as a major player on the global stage. Its voice is heard at all international forums. India's voice carries weight. Education sector in India is also shining with its significant achievements. The Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan has given 20 million children opportunity to study through creative initiatives such as school on boards. The country has been successful in bringing a sea change in its industrial sector, banking sector, hospitality and infrastructure. In the wake of globalization, India has produced a galaxy of eminent entrepreneurs in IT, biotechnology, civil aviation, steel production and the like. Just mention a field and we are already moving ahead at a frenetic pace. Now, the so-called brain drain is reversing to India's supreme advantage. The highly skilled Indian-born talents that once flocked to the US is returning home, turning America's brain drain into India's brain gain. Adding to its achievements, ISRO crossed its century venture by launching 101st communication satellite on 29 September 2012. While India can rightly take its place on the global stage, the country still faces many obstacles in its progress. Almost no Indian city has water 24 hours a day. About 40% of Indian villages have no access to electricity. 29% of about 100 million city dwellers still live in cities, slums. Although serious measures are taken to ensure progress, corruption and red tapeism stand as an obstacle keeping us away from the glory of being called a developed nation. Deteriorating moral values are a serious concern. A country that has been known for its strong culture and tradition is struggling to keep its spirits alive. Even after 6 decades of independence, if we are lagging behind, we need to seriously introspect, analyze and take sound steps. With more than direction is required in education sector. We need to unleash innovations if we don't want to be satisfied just serving multinationals. We need to play the role of leaders once again. Besides this, we need to seriously take notes on environmental issues. TCTAB is also fulfilling its responsibility by sensitizing its students about various environmental issues. It's satisfying to see youngsters are coming and playing the part of responsible citizens. As it is rightly said, if we are not a part of solution, we ourselves are the problem. So here, I would like to end my speech with these inspirational words. It's now or never, do or die. It's better to fight than to cry. Stand up for your rights. Don't give up this fight for what you believe. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Aisha. True said. It's